So here we are at the lower compound. This is our company tennis court. And we'll zoom into the distance there. That point of land is the end of Coquimbo. The city stretches all along that peninsula there. And here is where the bay comes in. And here we have our company pool rather. It's under renovation at the moment, so there's quite a mess out here. My boss has been out of the country off and on, and he's not really had the time for a lot of these little details, so I did a few things like picking the flooring and the tile and the paint, and I'm asking them to paint swim lines in the bottom of the pool. And here's our friendly neighborhood volleyball game. I'm on the opposite side in the front row with the gray sweatpants and the blue jacket. This is where everybody, well, a lot of the residents on the compound come in, and we play every Sunday afternoon. We really have a good time. There, I get a good hit once in a while. Dan was out of commission for an ankle injury, so he was filming this. We normally have a pretty good turnout for this, anywhere from 12 to 16 people normally. There's a valiant effort, but a miss. Okay, now I've rotated to the far side on the front. I don't like playing next to the guy that's standing in the center there because he always tries to steal my balls. Like that one. Oh well. Okay, now here's Megan getting ready to serve. Believe it or not, she ended up playing volleyball until she was exactly 9 months pregnant. So she's got a lot of guts. And she actually played quite well, too. Okay, here we are in a little market downtown called the Rakova, and it's just a set of shops. Around the outside they have a lot of shops, meat shops and vegetable shops and things like that, fruits and grains, and on the inside they have a lot of tourist souvenir type shops, really interesting items they sell. And often here they have musicians that simply come in and spend the afternoon playing in exchange for whatever anybody wants to throw into the hat. But they stopped singing right now, and these guys look like they're just kind of showing off with their horns for us. So I guess we'll go take a walk around town and come back later and see if they're ready to sing.
Okay. Oh yeah.
And here we have a couple of stuffed ponies on the left, and straight ahead of us, a real live, in the flesh, Llama, believe it or not. All dressed up. The guy's angle is that he sets the kid on top of the llama, and then he'll take a picture of your kid for you for a fee. But at this moment it looks like the llama's a lot more interested in the kid's food than in getting his picture taken.
Ah.
Discipline works wonders. We saw a lot of llamas, herds of them out in the wild when we took our trip to the north, up into the mountains. So here we are, further downtown. That was the beach, and here in front of us we have what they call the Plaza de Armas, which is just sort of like a town square, I guess you would call it. And really the interesting thing is, no matter what size town or village you go into in Chile, whether it's a village of 10 people or a city like Santiago, every town has a Plaza de Armas, and that's where the life of the city sort of centers around that. They always have their government buildings, whatever official buildings the city has, usually emanate from the sides of the square here, and they're always a really peaceful place to go and people watch. They're landscaped beautifully, lots of old trees and all kinds of interesting flowers and bushes. They change a lot of the plants on a seasonal basis, so it's really beautiful to walk down here. They also have a lot of parades that march around the plaza. Chileans really love pageantry, so they have parades just about every weekend, it seems. Whoops. I guess that's what happens when you try to take a panorama shot. There isn't much traffic today. This is a Saturday afternoon. The stores are open in the morning, but everything usually closes up around 2, so most of the people are gone now. We have the park pretty much to ourselves. And here, of course, is a fountain in the center of the park, but it's starting to get a bit chilly now, so it's not running. It's the sign that says Plaza de Armas, in case anybody's mistaken about the identity. So now let's go back to the Rakova and listen some more to the guys playing local music. Now here we are coming up to the street market. It's called the Feria, and this is where they literally block off a street and dozens of small-time vendors come and set up little booths where they sell everything from produce and fruits to pots and pans and clothes. They even sell chickens and ducks. So there's quite a variety to be found here, and not a place to come unless you like crowds. If you're nervous around crowds, then you're much better off shopping at the Recoba. The trouble is that in other places the prices are more expensive. This is where most of the local people do their shopping because the prices are so much more reasonable here. So we'll take a walk up the full length of the Feria and see what kind of items they have to offer. Definitely has an ambiance all its own. Of course, Chile is known for its grapes. They have an awful lot of wines that apparently are pretty well known by connoisseurs. And they grow a lot of grapes in the valley just up from La Serena, so there are always fresh grapes here. The trouble is that they always have seeds, and I prefer seedless. I guess I'm a little too picky. But there are all kinds of fresh fruits and vegetables year-round, and the prices are incredibly cheap. For example, for a head of cauliflower, one would pay 15 pesos, which is about 10 or 11 cents equivalent. They sell potatoes for an average of, perhaps 6 kilos for 50 or 60 pesos. And a kilo is a little more than 2 pounds, so that ends up to be, what, about 10 pounds for 40 cents.